like a bow.
What people have to understand is that deception is in every part of the animal kingdom, from plants, deceiving animals into like, for example, like the killer plants who kill flies and insects. They have a secretion that's very tasty, and so it deceives the insect into going inside the plant. And once the plant feels like that motherfucker's inside, it closes down, releases acids, it pretty much consumes it for its nutrients. Deception is all around. We, as human animals, as the Homo sapiens, we are the descendants of apes, of different homos that were deceptive. You see, deception is beneficial. It may not be morally right, but nature don't give a fuck about morality. It's beneficial. So you're gonna find a history of hominids and different types of homos that were good liars, and so we are the descendants of good deceptive animals. A smart animal knows how to deceive, right? A good hunter knows how to deceive its prey. We are the best hunters, so what the fuck do you think we are, right? So understand that you are dealing with people who are deceptive, and the thing about deceptive people is that the good ones don't look deceptive. The good ones are literally walking Trojan horses. They provide something good on the outside, but once they enter you, they pretty much destroy you. So we're gonna talk about how to deal with manipulative men, because they're all out there. There's a lot of guys who wish for power, and the way that they feel powerful, the way that their body releases serotonin, is through controlling women. Because women is a sign. A man with an attractive woman feels powerful because he can attract other women, and because other men sense that he's superior to them unconsciously because he has a mate and they don't. Guys feed off of that type of energy. So we're going to talk about how to prevent getting into those types of relationships, and how to not let your mind fall for those words that people tell you that will eventually manipulate you. Look, there's different kind of guys, right? But the most important guys to watch out for are a few. One, the guys that promise you the world. The guys that speak to you sweet nothing. The guys that tell you I miss you, but then disappears on you for 3 or 4 days in a row. You see, words are a smokescreen to hide people's manipulative behavior. You can easily, I mean, that's what politicians do, right? Good politicians are good liars. Yeah, people. Unfortunately, that's a fact, right? Because look at the top, they're usually really good liars. And what they do is that they find out what you want to hear. You see, look what I read a book, and it says, although women are more likely to be sexual deceivers, in other words, making a guy think that he's gonna get some poom poom in order to get stuff out of him, men are more likely to be the commitment deceiver. Men will string you along because he's getting the poom poom from you. Women will string men along because she's getting the resources from him. You see what I'm saying? You see the different types of deception, and that doesn't make men worse than women, but that guys know how to play the game too. And so guys over generations have found out that to make a woman fall for you is just to tell her what she wants to hear. Tell her how much you love her. Tell her how much you want to commit resources to her. Tell her how much you're gonna take her to fucking Paris, right? Bullshit, first of all right? And it'll manipulate the women who are the most naive, usually the younger women who aren't as jaded, usually the women who have a lot of emotional trauma, women who've been through sexual abuse. Those women will believe those things a lot more quicker than the normal average woman. In fact, even women who have high self-esteem will fall for that, because you can have high self-esteem, but everyone just needs one bad moment in their life to become receptive to those types of manipulation. It could just be 1 week of depression that you might have, that you coincidentally meet a guy during that moment and you're vulnerable. Or it could just be that you're looking for a partner and you feel jealous that your friends have a boyfriend. Or you feel jealous that somebody got married and you feel that extra sense of desperation. Or maybe you might have baby fever and you want to have a goddamn kid, right? So we all have those types of moments. And when you encounter those types of moments, you usually react with emotion, which causes you to be blinded from reality. So what you have to do to counter those forces, you have to develop rational negativity, which means that you are rationally negative, not because you're negative because it's your character. You're negative because you're picking it up as a tool. You're telling yourself, I'm not going to believe anything this guy tells me until he proves it to me. You're telling yourself, you met a guy and he's perfect for you. He's funny. He's outgoing. You even feel like you guys could have a relationship together. But you internally tell yourself, no, Melissa, this is not going to work out. This might be the last time that I see him. And you just keep telling yourself that because you imagining how things are going to work out with him and how, wow, this guy could be perfect, is you pretty much selling him to yourself. You're like your own saleswoman and telling yourself, hey, look, this could be perfect. And the way you do that is through the imaginary images you see of you being with him and through you believing his promises. Don't buy it until he proves himself. For example, it could be that he says, let's go on a vacation, right? You don't get hyped up. You be like, okay, prove it. All right, prove it. I'm waiting, prove it, go ahead. You know, it's almost like saying, go ahead, I know you're not gonna do it, but go ahead, I wanna see. Go ahead, try, go ahead. It's a different type of mentality, and that prevents you from being manipulated. That prevents you from believing the bullshit, right? So that's one thing, the promise, man. You counter that through not believing the bullshit people tell you, right? Another guy is the victim. The guy who tells you about his exes who played him. The guy who has a sob story. The guy who cries when things don't go his way. The guy who makes you feel guilty or bad. Go in the opposite direction. Whenever you hear a guy who's been a victim of a woman, you're gonna have the sensation to not be like the other woman. If he says every woman cheated, every woman lied to me, every woman was late on a date, like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have a desire to not be that woman. Once you feel that, you don't have to ask yourself whether or not he's being a victim. Once you feel like you don't want to be like the ex he's describing, back off. Take a step back. Right now you're acting from manipulation. Because playing the victim is actually one of the best strategies to gain power. A lot of people in today's culture use victimhood to gain power, right? Like, for example, Colin Kaepernick. I know bullshit when I fucking see it. Okay, I'm not an idiot, right? In fact, I gave him props. I gave him props because he knows how to play the game well. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed. He doesn't speak, which is smart of him, right? So the victim, man, he might tell you how he doesn't trust women no more. And you'll notice your natural inclination when a guy says that is to make him trust you. To be the woman that finally makes him trust other women. Don't buy into that. Back off. You're falling for the manipulation. Anytime you feel like you want to show him that you're different from every other woman, back off because you are investing emotionally. Manipulated people make you feel like you have control and make you feel like you're stronger than them. That is the height of manipulation.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you can pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.